Okay then guys, we're back with another one. Now this is a collab. It's for World Cocktail Day. I'll put the details up here. This is a Lip Smacking Nails collab. And I have had a drink, I'll warn you. So I started off thinking I was going to do a full set of nails. So I prepped 10 nails. That didn't happen. I cut it down to one hand and then I ended up doing 3. So my time just ran away with me. I got this plate out. I thought I might use these little bubbles on the stamping plate, which I did end up using. I also got out this stamping plate, which has some like cheers and all that kind of stuff on it, and then some little cocktails and like very sort of 80s thing going on there. But I didn't end up using that, so don't expect to see it. I'm obviously saying something really interesting, but you know, there's no sound on these videos apparently. So this is JR. I think it's number, I didn't say it there, but I think it's number 60 or is it number 59? It's one of those anyway. These JR polishes, they are quite nice. This is the second time that I've used them. The first time I did have some issues with them wrinkling in the lamp. I didn't have any issues this time. So I think it might just be a case of getting used to the brand and the formula. And then this is one of the jellies from Shiji. I realised at this point that it wasn't going to look good on clear pop because it's a jelly, obviously. So I got my Shiji white and did a base coat in white. Just one coat. I'm still getting used to this new camera, guys, and I'm having some issues with it, but I think it's just me. The colour seems a bit odd on it. The brightness, actually, more than the colour. But so second coat of that pink going on this nail. Obviously, these are cocktail-based nails. I was struggling a little with deciding what to do. And that's one of the reasons I only did 3 nails. So I've decided to do one as like a sort of blue curacao, I think they call it blue balls as well, based nail. One that's like a mojito based nail, and one that's a tequila sunrise based nail. I'm not big on cocktails. I don't drink cocktails very often. So I'm struggling a little bit. But you know, I have been known to have the odd cocktail now and then. I went out with a group of friends from my summer camp a few weeks ago, and we met in a bar in the centre of Manchester, and I ended up basically working my way through the entire cocktail menu, it didn't end well. At this point, I'm trying to do a cocktail glass out of white gel polish, sorry. That didn't work, so I just switched to white gel paint. And then I decided that I wasn't going to do that either. So I wiped that off and just did the main bit of the glass in white gel paint. But the stem and the base of the glass I'm going to do in clear. And I will use, I think it's ENC gummy jelly. I don't know. Like I said, I've had a drink this man badly. So this is a gel paint that I'm now going in with. And I'm just making basically a triangle because it's going to be one of those sort of martini style glasses. Again, I'm doing things with my hands that you can't see, but I'm sure you can imagine the gestures that I'm making. Back onto the green nail. This is the mojito based nail, and I'm going in with just like a basic sort of 5-in-1 gel. It did have a bit of glitter in it, which you might see floating about in the nail there. I actually purposely got that out of the pot because it is the pot that I use for things with glitter, but it was the only spot of glitter in there, so I thought I may as well get it out. It's not going to matter because I'm going to put this glitter on the top of it, and this green stuff is actually like, it's like shell. And this is supposed to represent the mint in a mojito. It's quite thin, but not that thin, so it does stick up a little bit. So we're going to have to put quite a thick layer of something over it to kind of even it out a little bit. But it's very pretty. It's got some lovely shimmer to it. It's like abalone or something, like a mother of pearl sort of shelly type thing. It's very pretty. And this is the glitter mix that Stacey from Fifi Faffing Nails sent me recently. I've used it on a design on my thumb recently, but it is so pretty. It's I think she's made this out of like various different glitters, and the combination is just amazing. Amaze balls, as we say. It's super shimmery and pretty, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog coughing in the background. She's driving me a bit bonkers at the moment. She's old, and she's near enough blind and near enough deaf, and she has seizures every now and then, and she's got major health issues, but it's all down to her rough start in life. She's a rescue from Spain. So I've done the glitter, and now I'm just going in with the gummy gel. I'm just trying to sort of even it out a little bit. So making sure that it's nicely covered, a fairly decent layer on, and trying to even it out as much as I can. And then I will go in and buff it to try and even it out some more, and then I'll top coat it as well. I mean, it's never going to be super even when you've got like bits of shell in there, but you can get it fairly even. I mean, this isn't going to be worn by anyone anyway. It's, you know, it's just for this group collab, which is brought to you by Lip Smacking Nails, which is it's a Discord group. Well, it started as a Discord group, and we've now got a YouTube page and stuff. I'm sorry if you can hear my chair creaking as well. It's a really cheap gaming chair. I need a better chair. This blue nail is, like I say, it's going to be the sort of a blue curacao based cocktail. Not anyone in particular, to be honest, because like I say, I'm not that au fait with cocktails, to be honest. So I've done that white base with the white gel paint, and now I'm going in with this blue jelly just to give it a little bit of colour. I don't even know what I'm saying. And now we're back to the green nail again. Oh my word. So this is it's a cheap top coat. I've used it before. It's from Temu. You can get like 150ml refill bottles for this, and it is quite good. It's super shiny. It's quite hard. It doesn't scratch that easily. I'm really rough on my nails because I haven't been growing them for that long. And this top coat, for a cheap top coat, really stands up quite well. So we're going back in with the gummy jelly, ENC gummy jelly. And I'm just trying to build it up a little in the middle so that it's like, it looks more like a glass. I'm trying to give it that sort of domed effect. Again, I'm doing things with my hands and you can't see me, but you can imagine, I'm sure. So just going, what is she doing now? I'm sorry, my dog is distracting me. I think she's in the bathroom having a drink. Not out of the toilet, I must add. I do have a dog bowl with water in it on a shelf in the bathroom. She's disgusting, but she's not quite that disgusting. Although I do have a empty fish tank in the garden, and she drinks out of that because it's filled up with rainwater. I really need to clean it out. So now I'm buffing that green nail, just trying to get it a little more flat, a little more even. And then I'm going to go in with the same top coat. I've got a cat now stalking me as well. I can hear a Tinkerbell. She has a bell on her collar. We have 4 cats in this house, and she's the one that doesn't get on with any of the others. Not quite sure what I'm saying here. I really need to get a camera that does audio as well, because I'm really not enjoying this voiceover lark. And my head's in the way. What a surprise. Oh, right. Now, yes, I'm going to try and sort of frame this with black gel paint so that it looks like a glass. That was the idea. I'm not really sure whether it worked or not. Overall, I'm not really that happy with this set. I was umming and ahhing about whether I should even do it because I had other things that I wanted to film and I was running out of time, and I kind of rushed this a little bit just to get it done for the deadline, which was between the 13th and the 17th of May, and I'm doing this voiceover very early in the morning, 2:45 in the morning on the 17th, so I'm pushing it a little. So this stamping plate, I've decided to try and put some bubbles on in the glass, if that makes sense, on this design. I have the Born Pretty white stamping gel. Well, it's not gel, it's yeah, it's stamping polish, and the No Smudge top coat, which is an air dry top coat, and I will go over it afterwards with a gel polish top coat. I did actually do this 3 times because I'm not that good at stamping, and yeah, it didn't work the first 2 times. The first time, the gummy jelly leaves a super tacky layer. It's like almost liquid tacky layer. So I tried to stamp it and it just didn't transfer off the stamper at all. So then I had to wipe it and then tried it again, and that didn't work either. It just didn't look good. It didn't transfer well. So that was my 3rd attempt at doing this stamping, but I think it was quite effective eventually. I don't know what I'm faffing about with now. What am I faffing about with now? No idea. I'm sure it was very interesting at the time, but now it really isn't. I should have sped this up. Sorry, I've sped a lot of this up because or else it would have been a really long video. Now I'm going in with this. It is a No Smudge sort of top coat that's designed for stamping. I couldn't be bothered putting it on the palette. As I have said many times before, I'm lazy and I will take the easiest route whenever possible. So I went in with the bottle brush and then just cleaned it up a little after the fact. But that worked okay. I'm just tidying it up a little bit where it didn't quite get into the corners. And what am I doing now? No idea. Right, okay, so that has dried, and now I'm going in with more of the gummy jelly just to raise it up a little more and give it a bit of a 3D effect on top of the bubbles. And I don't think, again, I'm still learning this camera. I've just about got used to doing things on my phone, and now I've kind of completely changed tack, and I'm having to do it on this camera that's on a fixed bracket above my desk, so I'm having to zoom in and zoom out and things like that, and I'm doing some of it at the time and then some of it in editing, and bear with me guys is basically what I'm saying. I will get better, although I'll probably just about get used to this camera and then get a new one, because I am saving up for kind of like my dream camera, the one that I should have got, but then I was scammed on Vinted basically, but the scammer didn't get away with it, thankfully, because it's Vinted and they don't release the funds until you say everything's okay. So now I'm making the stem in the same gummy jelly. I'm just coming down, and then I'm going to make a little base as well. I think I do that like 2 or 3 times just to kind of build it up and make it a little bit more 3D. Sorry, I need a drink. 1 second. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's now 10 to 3 in the morning, and I've just finished a DJ gig, which was a nightmare. Yeah, I got halfway through doing this green one, the frame around this green one, and then cured it because I'm a wuss and I thought I'm going to mess it up. So I just want to cure the bit that I've got okay, and then it doesn't matter if I mess the next bit up because I can just wipe it off and redo it. So, like I said, I'm just trying to make it look a little bit like a glass. I don't know whether white might have been better. I don't know. Or maybe a jelly grey or something might have been better. Like I say, not completely happy with these, but you know what? At least I did something. Yeah. Now I'm off screen. What am I doing? Now we're back to the blue one. I'm sorry, I'm flicking and changing because I'm working on one while the other one's in the lamp. That's what's happening. Cat. What are you doing? What? Well, come here then. Come on. Tushy. Tush, tush. I've just realised that my cat's name is probably a little bit weird for Americans because she's called Tushy. Hi, sweetie. Come on. Come on then. It really doesn't mean anything in the UK. In the US it does, but in the UK it doesn't. It doesn't mean... Does it mean like butt? Your tush? Is that your butt in the US? I think it is. Hi, sweetie. I had a cat called Tushy when I was a child. And that's who she's named after. She's a cat that was rescued from the bins. We were having a barbecue when I lived in Spain, and my friend's son came round and said there's been some kittens dumped at the bins, which is a fairly common occurrence in Spain. And she has asthma as well. I don't know whether you can hear her coughing or not. And there was 3 kittens. They were about a week old that had been dumped at the bins. So I went around there and picked them up. And oh, tush tush, oh sweetie. She is on meds for her asthma, but it's not very successful. She does cough now and then. But yeah, I bottle fed them and raised them and weaned them, and I rehomed one and kept the other 2 because I'm an idiot. So now I've just put one of the Fimo slices of lime on this nail, and then I've just, like, because it's not curved, I've had to go around it with gummy jelly, and then I've top coated it as well. Now we're on to the what's the word Tequila Sunrise nail, which I am going to do as an ombre, because that's what it looks like. That's what the cocktail looks like. It's an ombre from grenadine into orange juice, basically. Sweetie, stop coughing. Oh, baby. So, yeah, first coat. And then I did show you a brush. It's basically an ombre brush. As you can probably tell, it's the Boan one. If you've seen any of my hauls, you know that I've been collecting these brushes. They're quite pretty. I have to say it's not the best ombre brush I've ever used. I don't know whether... I don't know. I wasn't that impressed with it. Some of the other brushes I've used, the petal brush I've used, the universal brush I've used, and the 7mm liner brush I've used, and they've all been great. But this ombre brush hasn't been as good as like my Born Pretty one or the other cheap set that I've got like black labels on them. You've seen me use those in previous videos, unless you're new here. If you're new here, hello, welcome. So that was the first coat. I'm now going in with the second coat. The first coat doesn't need to be that good anyway, it's just kind of a base. Although I do try and get it as good as I can, but I'm not great at ombres, if I'm honest. I keep trying different techniques, and none of them I find very easy. I don't know. If anyone's got any tips or tricks or hints or anything like that, then please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, or you can tell me if you've got a video that shows how to do ombres. I have watched a few, but always up for watching some more, because I would like to get better at it. I think when they're done well, they look incredibly impressive. But most of mine, I'm a bit like, meh, not really that happy. I mean, it's not too bad, but it could be better. So back to the blue one. I think I'm just showing you that I've done the frame, but it's all out of focus because, yeah, I'm still not used to this camera. I think the autofocus on it is a little bit better than my phone, but it's still not brilliant. Now I'm just going to go in, and on the tip, I just want to make it look like it's a little bit frothy, because from what I remember when I've had a tequila sunrise, it's a little bit frothy at the top. So I was going to use the white, but then I thought the yellow would probably be better. Now I haven't cured the last coat, so it's kind of mixing a little bit with the recent coat that I've just done. And then we're off back in the lamp. That's it, done. So now I am going to, it has been cured now, and I'm just going to go in with the top coat, the same top coat as I usually use. It is my kind of go-to top coat. I think it's, what's it called? AWSTORG, but it's AWS is in capital letters, then AWS is in capital letters, TOR is in small letters, G is in capital letters. I have no idea how to say that. So I realized at this point that I have the blue glass going in a certain direction, and the other two glasses are the other way up, so 180 degrees rotated, which is my cock up. Which I think I have actually done on previous sets. It doesn't matter because it's not going to be one and it's not a full set, but yeah, I'm an idiot. Oh, that's about your lot for this one, guys. I hope you've had fun. Don't forget to comment below, and if you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and don't forget to click the notification bell. Thanks a lot, guys. Love you. Bye.